Hello, little explorers, and welcome back to the Katha Lantern. I'm your host, Rutu. Today, things are a little bit different. There are no playground puzzles to solve and no lantern letters today. Instead, I want you to find your coziest spot and take a deep breath. Today is our pure fantasy flight. Just you, me, and the greatest magical legends ever told. Do you feel that warm, gentle breeze? It is swirling around us like a glowing golden cloud of stardust. And it's lifting us off the ground. Find a comfy spot in the center of the cloud because here we go. We are floating right out of the window, leaving our studio behind. And soaring so high into the night sky that we can almost touch the glittering stars. If you carefully peek over the edge of our glowing cloud, you can see the golden sand, the tall towers, and the winding streets of a new ancient kingdom. So hold on tight, our magical adventure is about to begin. Long ago, in a grand and shining palace, surrounded by the golden sand dunes, lived a king and his three sons, Prince Ali, Prince Hussain, and Prince Ahmad. One day, the king called his three sons into the throne room. He had a magnificent challenge for them. The king wanted to find out who would be the next ruler and who would get to marry the beautiful Princess Noor. And with a kind royal voice, the king said,
My sons, I want you to travel across the world. Whoever can find and bring back the most wondrous magical gift will win this challenge.
The three brothers were buzzing with excitement. They leaped onto their magnificent camels and rode into the desert together. For one full day, they traveled side by side, the golden sand flying beneath their camel hooves. As the sun began to set, they arrived at a cozy, lantern lit inn, sitting right at the giant crossroads in the desert. That night, they sat together under the twinkling stars and made a royal promise.
We will search the farthest corners of the earth, and we will meet right back here at this exact inn in exactly 6 months.
The next morning, the brothers hugged each other. Then they jumped back onto their camels and rode off in three completely different paths into the unknown. Prince Ali rode toward the ancient poetic gardens of Shiraz. Prince Hussain was traveling towards the bustling giant bazaars of Bisnagar, and Prince Ahmad journeyed toward the glittering blue domes of Samarkand. The grand race to find the greatest gift had officially begun. Prince Hussein rode for weeks until he reached a bustling, colorful market in the merchant city of Bisnagar. It was a city in the ancient empire of India. Bisnagar was famous for having the most massive, exotic bazaar in the whole world, which was filled with rare textiles, silks, and wonders from across the globe. While walking through the market, Prince Hussein saw a merchant holding a very plain looking rug. When Prince Hussein inquired about the rug, the merchant whispered a secret to him.
If you sat on this rug and wished to go somewhere, the rug would lift off the ground and fly you there instantly.
Prince Hussein thought that this is the perfect magical gift. and he bought the flying carpet right away. Meanwhile, Prince Ali had traveled to a faraway land beyond the snowy mountains. He had reached the ancient Persian city of Shiraz. Shiraz was well known as city of poets, beautiful gardens, and ancient scholars. There he met an old woodcarver who sold him a small carved ivory tube. The woodcarver told him that if you looked through the tube, you could see absolutely anyone, anywhere in the world. Prince Ali wished to look upon the well being of his father. And there, when he looked through the ivory tube, he saw the king sitting in his royal grand court, addressing his subjects. Prince Ali bought the magic tube right away. Lastly, Prince Ahmad, the youngest brother of them, had traveled to a mysterious glowing forest. He traveled to the legendary Silk Road of Samarkand. Samarkand was famous for its glittering blue tiled domes and ancient apothecaries, making it the perfect mystical place to discover rare magical items. There, he found a tiny crystal vial filled with shimmering silver liquid. It was a magic potion. If someone was terribly sick, just one drop of this potion would cure them instantly. Prince Ahmad carefully put the potion in his bag and thanked the merchant. 6 months later, the three brothers met at the inn on the road back to home. Almost immediately, they started boasting about their incredible magical items. And the proud Prince Hussain said,
My gift is the greatest. I found a flying carpet that can take us across the world in seconds.
and Prince Ahmad held up his glowing vial and said,
No, my gift is the rarest. I found a magic potion that cures any sickness.
Prince Ali just laughed and said,
You both are wrong. My magic tube is the most powerful treasure in the world. Watch. I will prove it to you by checking on the Princess Noor at the palace right now.
But when Prince Ali looked through his magic tube, his proud smile vanished. He gasped, and with a terrified voice, Prince Ali cried out.
Brothers, the princess is terribly sick. The king's doctors can't wake her up. She needs help right now.
And the brave Prince Hussein said,
Quickly, everyone, sit on my rug. I will wish us back to the palace.
in the blink of an eye, the magical carpet flew the three brothers straight through the clouds and landed gently on the balcony of Princess Noor's room. They ran inside. The king was crying next to her bed, but Prince Ahmed stepped forward with his shimmering magic potion. He placed one tiny silver drop on the princess's tongue. Suddenly, her eyes fluttered open. The colors returned to her cheeks. She was completely healed. The king was overjoyed. He hugged all his three sons and then he looked at their magical gifts. And the king smiled with wonder and said,
My sons, you have brought back the greatest magic I have ever seen. Prince Ali, your magic tube found her just in time. Prince Hussein, your flying carpet brought you guys here. And Prince Ahmad, your magical potion woke her up. All the three of your treasures are equally magnificent.
The brothers looked at each other and realized that the king was right. But who would get to rule the kingdom and marry the princess? The king stroked his beard and said,
Since your magic is equal, I think we must have one final challenge. Tomorrow morning, we will have a grand royal archery contest. Whoever can shoot the arrow the furthest will be the true winner.
The brothers gasped. An archery contest to decide the greatest prince? But who will shoot the greatest arrow? And what incredible magical mystery will that winning arrow uncover? Well, little explorers, you will just have to wait until our next Arabian Nights adventure to find out. In fact, I want to hear what you think is going to happen. Ask your grown-ups to head over to YouTube video or our Instagram page and leave a comment telling us your predictions. Who do you think will shoot the arrow the furthest? Prince Ali, Prince Hussain, or Prince Ahmad? But for now, little explorers, it is time to head home. Hop back onto our glowing cloud of stardust. Take a deep breath and hold on tight as we float up, up, up into the sky, flying from the golden desert right back into our cozy studio. Don't worry, we will ride our stardust cloud right back to this exact spot very soon so that we do not miss the archery contest. Oh, what a cliffhanger! I cannot wait to find out who wins the grand archery contest in part 2 of our story. Alright, little explorers, it is time for today's Katha canvas. Grab your crayons, your markers, and your paints. Today, we are keeping it simple and focusing just on the magic. I want you to draw your favorite magical treasure from today's story. You can draw the carved ivory magic tube, or the beautiful flying carpet, or the tiny crystal vial filled with glowing silver potion. Make your magical item look as shiny, colorful, and wondrous as you can. Make sure to write your name on the paper. And ask your grown-ups to send us a picture on our Katha Lantern Instagram, so we can add it to our glowing community gallery. Before we close our magical book of story today, I want to send a giant glowing thank you to one of our little explorers. Thank you, Amira, for sending in such a wonderful drawing for our Katha canvas. He drew a giant treasure chest completely overflowing with the sparkly diamonds and the yellow gold coins. Amira, you did such an amazing job. I absolutely love how shiny and colorful you made all those beautiful treasures. Thank you so much for sharing your magic with our circle. And parents, if your little explorers loved flying to the desert kingdom with us today, and if they want to make sure they don't miss that royal archery contest, please hit that subscribe button on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, or wherever you're listening right now. Liking this episode or leaving a quick review is the absolute best way to help other families find our magical podcast of stories. Until next time, I'm your host, Rutu. Stay curious as you grow and let your imaginations glow.